Hello, this is Briak and I Games, and today we are going to be looking at how to build out macros. So a lot of people have had questions on how to do that. So I thought I'd make a quick guide just to show how to make a couple of basic macros. So I'm logged in right now as a black mage, and I have a white mage sub. So what I'm going to do is look at the abilities that I have. And so I have a job ability, I have a weapon skill, and then from there I also have magic as a black mage. So I can make macros for all of these. And I'm just going to show some basic ones. I mean, you can do a lot with the macros. But what you're going to want to do is go into the Final Fantasy XI menu, the main command menu, and that has your status and equipment and so forth, and you'll just click right to get to the macros. And when you click on macros, you'll go to Edit Macros. So from here, I've made a Black Mage book, but we'll make a new one just for the heck of it. Book 3. So I'm going to confirm Book 3. Now you saw that I could actually change the name of that. You can change the name to whatever you want it to be. I'll make it Black Mage, White Mage. So I know that's for my Black Mage with my White Mage sub. But when I go into it, I then have all of these different tabs here. All of these are macros. Now just for the record, that would be Control 1 is how you use that macro with the keyboard. I am actually using a controller, and if I wanted to use the macro when I make it, I'm actually just going to hit the R button, and then I can tap on the button that I want to use, almost like an ability from a WoW or a Elder Scrolls Online or any other MMO that has a user interface that's visual, a graphical interface. Anyway, we're going to hit Enter on Control 1, and we're going to give this a name. So the first is going to be this magic spell Stone. To do a magic spell, you want to put in the name of the magic spell into quotations. So it's going to be /MA for magic, quotation, stone, and then I'm going to do a open bracket T, close the bracket. And that will allow me to use a magic spell onto whatever target I'm looking at or targeting. I'll show you how that works in a second. We can also add a party chat. So casting stone on, and that just lets your party know that you're casting stone on that target. Now, I'm going to be honest, a lot of groups don't like this, like they don't want to see the party chat of what you're casting every time, but it can be very helpful in cases where you're using raise on party members who may have died during a fight. So I think it can be a very helpful addition. The other thing that you can do is you can tell the party what your MP is currently, or you can do your MP percentage, which is MPP. And this works the same way for TP. So if you were to tell somebody that I have, 50% of my TP as you're working towards a weapon skill chain, that's something you can do as well. All right, so we're going to go out of that. We'll create one more for Cure. Now, it's the same thing. It's MA. We're going to type Cure. And then from this, I can either do Target, or I could do Me, if I'm just targeting me. There's actually a few options here. Because I use a controller, I like to use T. And then when you're in a party, you can just select up, down to get to the right party member. There's other options as well. But then I would do the same thing. Cure, Cure, Target, MPP. Alright, so let's do Cure on myself just to see what that looks like. You can see that the party chat comes up. I am curing myself. My MP is at 100%. And then we can go find a monster, and we can attack that monster with the stone spell. Oh man, and we almost one-shot the wild rabbit. Not quite high enough level, and that's okay. Alright, so the weapon skills. How do they work? Well, you're going to do a similar macro, but instead of using MA, we're going to use WS. So let's go into the macro again, and we're going to use a heavy swing. Now, the one difference with this is that I need 100% TP. So we're going to put in our TP and our TP for the percentage. Now, if I was to use that macro now, I don't have a target, so it's not going to go off, and I also don't have 100% TP, 1000 TP. Oh, that's weird. The TPP didn't work. Well, I'll have to figure that one out, but it doesn't matter. You get the point. You get the gist. So there's 94 TP. You need 1,000 to use your ability, and it goes up to 3,000 for a total. You can also do job abilities that way and put in a macro in a similar fashion. But there's a whole lot of macros. If you're looking for a specific guide, I recommend looking online to find one. They have a whole list of all of the different options that you can put in. But that's how you get started with some basic macros. And I hope this is helpful. If you haven't created macros, now's a good time to start. I know a lot of people fidget with this smaller menu when they're first starting. You know, when you're auto attacking and you're going into your magics like this, just up and down, it's a bit slower. And the macros allow you a quick way to speed up your fighting style. So it's very helpful as you're soloing, it's very helpful in parties, and I recommend setting a few macros up for yourself. Anyway, I'm Briak, Idata Games. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't, click the subscribe button down below. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out videos like this from now and again, I guess. And I'm also on Twitch at Briak Games. Thanks so much.